Shalom Israel. First and foremost, I do need all praises, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai by Hashem HaKadosh. They belong to the apostles, Nell's great millstone, for teaching us this truth, peace, and blessings. To the hope like Israel, Yahweh is the name of the Honey Father named Shibu by Hashem means the name, and Yahushai is the name of the begotten Son. Back on the lesson I see within the title, Deprived of Wisdom. I was gonna put another title. These women, don't have logic, and something to that effect, but didn't want to, get my video flagged or the case may be. But still, that main point, deprived of wisdom. You're gonna see the thought process that goes through these women's head, which you're gonna see is Eve right here, point out, the problem, as you're gonna see, because you do have some few, sincere, women out here that can see, the problem with these women are, with how they act today. But you better see the thought process that goes through their head. Which I made, various lessons, going into these, points where these women will be in trouble, and, in a jam, a pickle, and there will be, men around them, and the men won't help her, and they wonder why. They don't hear the things that they say, that they don't need a man. The man is useless. The man's not needed. They can do what a man does and do it better. Well, as you women love to say, keep that same energy. And you always see this when they're in trouble. They always want to throw out that tough, Miss Independent Superwoman act. Now they want to act all soft and tender and kind. They need a man's help. Well, 10 seconds before, you didn't. So which one is it? But I'm going to play this quick video here. Got a couple scriptures. Shouldn't be too long of a lesson. But it says, strangers don't owe you protection. Woman is disappointed that man didn't try to save a woman from, I'm guessing, domestic violence. And even when you do see, men, help out, the woman pretty much turns on the man, makes him out to be the bad guy. Or you'll see in various other situations where someone's in trouble and a man goes out to help them. They then sue the man for helping them. But this is why you see a lot of men today are just begin to step away. And they wonder why. But let's continue on.
Y'all want to sit here and choose these bitch or beater uppers, and then you expect for random men that don't know you to jump in and save your ass.
The man comment on what a woman needs to do, should do, can do, won't do, none of that shit. After I just watched a man watch a woman get her ass beat in the fucking store. Y'all ain't shit. Y'all are some fucking pussies, and y'all can stop acting like we are not right to feel the way that we feel about y'all. Y'all are some fucking bitches.
Shut the fuck up, bitch. A man just died a couple of weeks ago trying to jump in and be Captain Save a dumbass bitch. What are you talking about? These niggas.
See, and then they're gonna call this woman right here that's speaking facts a pick me. I hear a pick me. What's the problem being a pick me? We're pick me's for Yahweh Bash Shah. But you see this out of order, rebellious spirit that is being pushed. The women of today hate the feminine and soft woman that is in order,
Are not fucking Clark Kent, bitch. Y'all want to sit here and choose these fucking bitch or beater uppers, and then you expect for random men that don't know you to jump in and save your ass. No, bitch. Your life is not more important than that man's life, that random man's life. No, nobody should have to jump in and fucking save you from your poor choices. No, because now he got to risk his life for you. That man that passed away from Texarkana, trying to jump in and save that woman, he died, the man died, and that
This is why you especially go in scriptures, say, mind your business. But yeah, people want to be superheroes out here, and look what ends up happening. They get taken out. And once again, you just see just how out of order, how rebellious all these women act today. And really, that's the spirit you see being pushed everywhere you look, within movies, cartoons, TV shows. You're pushing that, once a Wonder Woman, Supergirl, Miss Independent type of spirit. And you see how the man is portrayed as something useless, not needed. And yet, when they're in trouble, In dire situations, they're always seeking for a man's help. So which one is it? You don't need a man, or you do? Because they come in these last days, the men of the Lord are going to be that hiding place. But you also get Isaiah 32. That safe haven. But you women that don't want to get with the program, that don't want to get ordered, you can go and kick rocks. Because you can defend yourself, right? But you're going to have the same exact women trying to act all soft and tender. You see this every time. When they're in trouble, they throw that hard, tough act out the window. Now they're feminine. Now they're womanly. And nah, kick rocks.
And that bitch lived. Had her abuser lived, she probably still would have fucking stayed with him. That man lost his life for nothing, and that bitch get to walk around freely. Y'all hoes are not special. Nobody is jumping in to fucking save you. Y'all have lost y'all fucking minds. If you want to jump in and save that bitch, you go right the fuck ahead. But we see that you didn't. Because at the top you said, I was more ready to jump in than the men were, but you didn't.
Exactly, but she didn't. Look at this. 4 likes and 24 replies. But yeah, that's the point. Let's get into these scripts at hand. This is Job 39:17. It says, because the Most High hath deprived her of wisdom. You see how she was quick to blame the man in that video. Not knowing when to come and help her. I was more ready to jump in. But you didn't. But it says, because the Most High deprived her of wisdom, neither hath he imparted to understand. So I was going to tell the lesson. There is no logic with these women. There's no thinking process that goes through their head, especially looking to the things they said in the past. Especially dealing with that whole bear experiment, that whole bear question that was raised, that they would ask the women, would you rather be in a forest with a bear or a man? And a lot of these women chose the bear. And you still have a lot of these men today are holding that over these women. Because you see these women, well, no man came to help me, this and that, and you have these dudes in the comments saying, hey, go and ask that bear for help. You have entitled to one of my lessons, then you go and ask that bear for help. You don't need a man, right? You gotta dwell with a wild bear. So go and ask that bear for help when you're in trouble, when you're in a jam. Like I said, there's no logic. But this is that out of order rebellious spirit you see being pushed. You see it within the music. Cardi B, Beyonce, I don't cook, I don't clean, and this and that. That's the spirit that they're walking in. And yet those are the same exact women that have a man, that are cooking and cleaning. So it's all, especially an agenda. This is Proverbs 9:13. This is a foolish woman is clamorous. She is simple and knoweth nothing. That's just plain. You clearly saw what's in the video. So how she was on the hate train for the man. Now she hates him even more. We were right about you guys. Guarantee she would have still felt that way if a man, didn't come to help anyway. But like I said, they don't hear the things that they say. They wonder why men are not stepping in. They wonder why men are beginning to mind their business because you told them to. Especially you being Wonder Woman. You supposedly being better than the man. So why didn't you help? Why didn't you get yourself at your own jam? At your situation? Like I made that point earlier, keep that same energy. See what the G&T says. Stupidity is like a loud, ignorant, shameless woman. Plain. Jeremiah 4:22 says, for my people is foolish, they have not known me, they are a sottish children, and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge. You also have these shrimp jakes out here, these men. Yeah, if I was, I would have jumped right in. Bunch of white knights. Well, you would have got yourself taken out, yourself in trouble. What do you see in a lot of these situations today? These women will get themselves in trouble, and their own man, has to come and pretty much get them out. Now he may get in trouble. He may get taken out. See, a lot of these women are getting these men killed today. And if that dude probably would have, jumped in to try to dissolve that matter, save that woman, he probably would have been, taken out. But even going back to that situation, no telling, what the situation was. She could have been putting hands on him. These are the type of things that you see, And obviously not saying there's not a situation where you have the man just, doing whatever, to the woman. But you also have the opposite. You have the woman putting the hands on the man, trying to get on the man's nerves. So you see, a lot of examples like that. But you see how the man is made out to be the bad guy in every possible situation and outcome. But it says, "For my people is foolish, they have known me, they are sotted children, they have not understanding, they are wise to do evil, but to do good, they have no knowledge." Isaiah 32, 9-11, and it says, "Rise up, you women that are at ease, hear my voice, ye careless daughters, give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the venture shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Tremble, ye women that are at ease, to a great trouble, great peril is coming their way." And it's well deserved. You see how out of order, how rebellious, how wicked these women are today. The modern day woman. This is why, especially coming these last days, dealing with Isaiah 4:1, how 7 women shall take hold of one man. Then number 7 goes the word completion, so it could be any amount. And also, why a lot of you are going to be rejected. Because you have nothing to offer. And also, dealing with the Lord's elect in that day, a spiritual power is going to be bestowed upon them. So the elect men will be able to see, your thoughts, your mind, and, what you did, and what your true intentions are. That's why a lot of you are going to be turned away, Only the sincere, women are going to be selected. But like I made that point earlier, it doesn't be the same exact women that are acting rebellious, that are out of order. They're finally going to want to settle down and get right. No, you don't understand. You can't have this now. And obviously, like I said, obviously the sincere are going to be, taken in. This is 1 Corinthians 14:40. Let all things be done decently and in order. So there's an order to these things. Especially dealing with the relationships where you have a hierarchy. The man is above the woman. And we're not just saying these things, that's toxic masculinity and all these things these people love to say. It's a bunch of buzzwords. What's in order is despised within this place. The ways of Yahweh Shemel Shai are shunned and looked upon as wicked and bad. And this is why you have these women today acting out of order. Because they're on this pedestal, they're on top. You see in these situations, they get a slap on the wrist, they're not in trouble. Well, soon that pride that they have is going to come crashing down. So we'll see about this, you not needing a man in these last days. In these apocalyptic type of times when people are being taken out, we have women getting taken up by her. That's what you're getting ready to see. And these people hate to hear the cold, harsh reality and truth of things. These are those type of times that we're coming into. So we'll see how your pepper spray and your pink little Glock guns can help you when troops come kick down your door. When people are doing whatever they want in a lawless society, we'll see how much of a man is not needed. But I have you know that the head of every man is a Mashiach, Yahushai, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Mashiach is the Messiah. So going to show there's an established order. And I just wanted to make that point because you see that is pretty much done away with in today's society. They don't wear the pants. And you see how the man's portrayed, which in today's society has nothing, as useless and whatever. So you women that don't want to get in order, that don't want to get with the program, that don't want to get in line, go and kick rocks. Or as you love to say, keep that same energy as you are saying with this deep hatred you have towards the man. We'll see how that fares when all hell breaks loose, Because Eli's been there getting sick and tired of your BS. And you wonder why men are not digging in to step in or help these women in these situations. Matter of fact, you see, those are probably making a video dealing with that. And we have dudes at the gym. These women will be lifting heavy weights, and it'll come crash down onto them. They're unable to lift it, or they're trying to rack it up, and no one's helping her. No man are coming to her aid, because you see various situations where the man's have to be made a pervert or looking at her weird and sued for helping out. You see so many situations like that, and they wonder why no one's coming to help them. Look at the things that you say. It's not worth the trouble, And it comes these last days that you're not going to be worth the trouble then also. But, like I said, not speaking to those few sincere women out here that are in order, that are with the program. Those are the ones that are going to be, taken in. But that's it right there. Lord, who I, tied to punch together is my ability. I do close out, give all praise, all honor, all glory to Yahweh, Bashem, Shah, Bashem, Kakadash, Shalom, see you when the Lord will.